Welcome to the Deep Dive, episode 178 of the AI Breeze. I'm Amin.
And I'm Leah. Great to be diving into the latest AI developments with you all today.
Yes, and we've got a really packed deep dive for you. We're aiming to cut through the noise, give you the most important updates, the surprising facts, so you feel really informed without getting overwhelmed.
Absolutely. Some, well, truly groundbreaking stuff happening that's already starting to reshape things.
For sure. So today we're looking at an almost unbelievable story. A solo-owned AI startup, huge sale, really proving a wild prediction.
A really fascinating case study.
Definitely. Then we'll pivot to AI safety, some critical new steps from a major lab, especially thinking about biological risks.
Which is becoming increasingly important to track.
And we'll also dig into what workers actually want from AI automation. The findings might not be what you expect.
Yeah, there's a bit of a disconnect there.
Right. And then, of course, our usual roundup of other key AI news and some trending tools you should probably know about. Let's jump in. Okay, first topic. This idea of the solar unicorn. At the term, predicted by some AI leaders, suggesting one person could build a billion-dollar company.
Right, powered by AI leverage.
Exactly. And we just saw some powerful evidence for this with Maor Shlomo and his startup, Base 44. This really flies in the face of typical Silicon Valley thinking.
It really does. I mean, the speed here is just astonishing. Base 44, Maor Shlomo's company, went from 0 users, basically nothing, to 250,000 users.
Wow.
And then an $80 million cash acquisition by Wix. All of that happened in just 6 months.
6 months. That's incredible.
It really is. And it's not just the sale price, it's how it happened. He bootstrapped it entirely. No VC money.
So he owned it all himself.
Full shareholder. And get this, at the time of the sale, the company was already making $189,000 in profit.
Per month.
Per month. With how many employees? Just 8 employees besides himself. And they did well, too. They shared $25 million in bonuses from the acquisition. For a team of 9, that's quite something.
That's life-changing money. So how did it grow like that? You mentioned 250,000 users.
Yeah, the growth was explosive. They hit 10,000 users in just the first 3 weeks.
And that was just word of mouth.
Purely word of mouth. The core idea is just really compelling. It lets people who can't code build applications using natural language prompts.
So you just sort of describe the app you want.
Pretty much. Like, build me an app to track books I've read, with fields for title, author, and rating, and it starts putting it together. It apparently started as just a side project back in January.
Just a few months before the sale, then.
Exactly, but it quickly got traction, partnerships with big names like eToro, SimilarWeb. The demand was obviously huge.
So what's the big takeaway here? Why does this Base 44 story matter so much?
Well, it's solid proof, really, that AI is fundamentally changing the economics of creating software. The barrier to entry, it's just plummeted.
Meaning you don't need massive teams or funding rounds anymore.
Potentially, yes. Fewer people, maybe less capital needed upfront, faster iteration. It's kind of a blueprint for these lean AI-first startups. And it validates this huge demand for what people are calling vibe coding.
Vibe coding.
Yeah, the idea that you just express the vibe or the concept, and AI helps you build it. For founders, it suggests the idea, amplified by AI, might be the core value, not just the funding. For investors, well, it means rethinking what a fundable startup even looks like now.
A genuinely new era for startups then. Okay, let's shift gears. From that kind of massive success story to something, well, a bit more sobering. AI safety. Specifically, what major labs are doing about future risks, like biological threats. OpenAI put out a blog post recently.
Yes, they did, and it signals a serious focus on the responsibilities that come with building ever more powerful AI. OpenAI is detailing the safety protocols they're putting in place before their next generation of models even arrive.
So they're anticipating issues.
Exactly. Their concern is that the successors to what they internally call their O3 reasoning models, basically, their highly capable AI, are expected to reach a level they classify as high risk.
High risk in what sense?
Specifically concerning potential misuse related to biological threats. So the worry is these advanced models could, perhaps inadvertently, assist in harmful biological research or development if not properly controlled.
Okay, that does sound serious. What are they actually doing about it? What are these safeguards?
They've outlined a few key strategies. First, training the models very carefully to refuse harmful requests. Seems basic, but it gets more complex with more capable models.
Right.
Second, deploying systems that are always running, always monitoring for suspicious use patterns. And third, engaging in what they call advanced red teaming.
Where they try to break it themselves.
Essentially, yes. They get external experts to actively try and trick the model into generating dangerous outputs, find the weaknesses before it's released. They're also planning a biodefense summit in July.
Bringing in outside experts.
Yeah, government researchers, NGOs, to really hash out the risks, the countermeasures, what research is still needed. And it's worth noting, Anthropic, another big lab, did something similar with their Claude 4 models. So it's becoming an industry-wide practice for these frontier models.
So why does this matter for us right now?
It highlights the double-edged sword of AI progress. These same powerful capabilities that could lead to amazing scientific breakthroughs, like new medicines.
Could also be misused.
Precisely. If they fall into the wrong hands or are just not handled carefully, this next level of AI capability definitely raises the stakes. It's good they're being proactive, putting these measures in place, but it also tells you we're moving into uncharted territory.
A clear sign that AI's impact is getting very real very fast. Okay, let's bring it back to the human level. How is AI affecting work? There was a Stanford study looking into what workers actually want from AI automation.
Yes, a survey of about 1,500 workers. And it revealed some pretty interesting, perhaps critical mismatches between workers' desires and what the tech industry seems to be building.
A disconnect. How so?
Well, one striking finding was that about 41% of startups funded by Y Combinator, the big accelerator, are focusing on automating things that workers ranked as low priority.
So tech is building stuff workers don't really care about automating.
In many cases, yeah, that seems to be the implication. Workers aren't necessarily asking for the tools being pushed hardest.
Okay, so what do workers want AI to help with then? What are their priorities?
Overwhelmingly, they want help with the low-value, repetitive stuff. Think scheduling meetings, data entry, maybe transcribing meeting notes, all that admin overhead.
The stuff that eats up time but doesn't feel productive.
Exactly. The goal isn't to get replaced, it's to free up time for the more important work. The creative thinking, the strategy, the human interaction. The study used something called the human agency scale,
Okay.
and nearly half the jobs surveyed showed a preference for an equal partnership between humans and AI rather than full automation taking over tasks completely. People want AI as a collaborator, an assistant, not necessarily a replacement.
That makes sense. Was there resistance in certain fields?
Oh, absolutely. The strongest resistance came from people in arts and media. For creative tasks, only about 17% got positive ratings for automation suitability from workers in those areas.
So creatives really want to keep the reins.
It seems so. They value human creativity and control in those domains. And the big picture takeaway here is crucial as AI agents become more integrated into work.
Right.
Businesses and developers really need to listen to this. Workers want empowerment, not replacement. Focus on AI that assists and augments, especially for creative or strategic roles. Ignoring this could just lead to tools nobody wants to use, or worse, active resistance. It really calls for a human-centered approach to AI development.
A really important perspective as these tools roll out. Okay, let's widen the lens now. Catch up on everything else happening in AI today. There's quite a bit, so we'll move a little quicker here.
Right. So industry dynamics first. We're seeing Meta reportedly in talks to hire some big names in AI investment, Nat Friedman and Daniel Gross.
They're well-known VCs in the space.
Very. And the talk is they might join Alexander Wang's superintelligence division. It signals Meta is really serious about pushing fundamental AI research.
Interesting. What else?
OpenAI is apparently planning to scale back its work with Scale AI. That's the big data labeling startup.
They provide the human feedback for training models, right?
Exactly. And this follows similar moves by Google, xAI, Microsoft. It suggests maybe a shift towards doing more data labeling in-house or maybe using different vendors.
Speaking of vendors.
Right. Stepping into that potential gap is a company called Surge AI. They're bootstrapped, only 110 people, but apparently generated $1 billion last year.
$1 billion? That's huge for that size.
It is. Reportedly more than Scale AI made. Despite Scale having a much higher valuation, it shows there's this massive kind of hidden data labeling industry supporting AI that's really dynamic right now.
Fascinating. Okay, what about new capabilities? Any cool new tools or research?
Definitely. Perplexity, the AI search engine, now lets you generate videos. You can tag their handle at Ask Perplexity, give it a prompt, and it creates a VO3 video, even with audio.
Video generation becoming more accessible.
Yeah. And OpenAI launched a ChatGPT record feature. It can listen in on meetings or brainstorms, then summarize and transcribe the audio for you. Super practical.
I can see that being useful.
For sure. In science, Sandbox AQ, which is backed by NVIDIA, released a huge data set called SARE 5.2 million synthetic molecules designed to help train AI for faster drug discovery.
Speeding up medical research.
Potentially, yes. And on the diagnostic side, researchers at Mass General Brigham developed AI-CTAC. It's an AI that reads chest CT scans to quickly find calcium deposits, which can indicate heart disease risk.
Wow, early detection tool.
Exactly. And a fun one, Duolingo built an entire chess course from scratch using just 2 employees plus an AI coding tool called Cursor. Shows the leverage AI gives small teams now.
That's impressive efficiency.
And finally, MIT researchers developed SEAL self-adapting language models. These LLMs can actually adjust their own internal settings, their parameters, as they learn new things.
So they learn continuously.
Kind of. It boosts performance on models like Llama and Kin. But there's a catch. If you push them too hard, make them adapt too much, they can start forgetting older information. So continuous learning is still a challenge.
Always trade-offs. Okay, great roundup. Let's finish up with some trending AI tools that people might want to check out. Quick use cases.
You got it. First, V1. This is Midjourney's new model for turning images into video. Lots of creative potential there.
Image to video. Okay.
Then Higgsfield Canvas. It's an image editor with really advanced in-painting, letting you realistically add or change things within an image.
For detailed photo editing.
Right. Google Search Live now has an AI mode letting you talk to search, listen back, explore in real time. More conversational search.
Makes sense.
Vibe code. Remember, vibe coding. This is a mobile app that helps you build other mobile apps, aiming for that easy, prompt-based creation.
Bringing app building to more people.
Exactly. Thunai is for creating very human-like AI agents that can speak in real time. Think advanced chatbots or virtual assistants.
Oh.
Xiaodaing uses AI to help create content that's optimized for search engines. Good for websites, blogs.
Streamlining SEO content.
NLX lets you build conversational AI apps without needing to code. Useful for customer service bots, things like that.
No-code AI applications.
UIRoot is a platform to find and share AI tools specifically for UI/UX design, a resource hub for designers using AI.
Niche tool discovery.
And finally, Job Hunt. It's designed to help you create personalized resumes and cover letters using AI to make them stand out.
Tailoring job applications. Got it. What a list. And what a deep dive today. We went from that incredible solo startup success story
US 44, yeah.
to the serious steps being taken on AI safety, understanding worker needs, and then that whirlwind tour of all the latest research and tools. It's just the pace is relentless.
It really is. It just shows how fast this field is moving and why it's so valuable to stay plugged in. The things we talked about today are genuinely changing possibilities week by week.
Absolutely. We hope this deep dive helped cut through some of that complexity, gave you those key insights you need. Please make sure you follow the AI brief for more explorations like this one.
And if you found this useful, please do share it with friends or colleagues who are trying to keep up with AI too.
Definitely.
And maybe leave you with this thought. As these AI capabilities keep accelerating, what new kinds of creativity or collaboration or maybe even completely unexpected challenges do you think might pop up, maybe sooner than we think? Something to mull over.